Lovely to see you.
Yeah, you too.
First of all, we just need you to look down the camera and just say your name. Hi, I'm Kalvin Phillips, England midfielder.
Hi, I'm Kalvin Phillips, England midfielder.
Lovely stuff. How have things been in camp since Tuesday's win?
Yeah, it's been good. Obviously, the spirits have been high. It was a tough game. I think Czech Republic played really well. I think in the first half we started off well, and then conceded a little bit of possession towards the end of the game. But it was always going to be like that because Czech Republic needed to obviously get a result. So.
But in terms of qualification and everything else, happy people.
Yeah, well, we kind of knew before the game that we was qualified anyway, but we wanted to go out on top. We wanted to, win obviously the last game, and I think we went out in high spirits, and then obviously after the game, after the win, we was all very happy.
I've heard that Ed Sheeran was invited down to perform last night. Is that right? How's that come about?
Yeah, I think he's a good friend of, pretty good friend of Harry Kane. I think Harry Kane asked him to come down, and he came down yesterday while I was eating food, and he was singing while I was eating food, so it was very nice.
Nice. That's a bit random. Were you a fan of his before?
Yeah, I've been to see him quite a few times, to be fair. But yeah, he was a very nice guy, to be fair. I was talking to him a little bit, and his music that he was performing was brilliant.
I thought he was at the Scotland match, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
So what was he saying?
No, he was just saying that the atmosphere was crazy, and every time like a tournament like this comes around, he gets really excited for it and stuff like that. So.
Have you had, after that Croatia game, I spoke to you after the match, it was such an impressive performance, you were absolutely buzzing, your family had seen it, couldn't take the smile off your face. Have you had any message from any of your Leeds teammates or Marcelo Bielsa after that?
Not Marcelo. I have had messages from the coaching staff. I don't think Marcelo's that way inclined. He wants us to do well, but he doesn't really get in touch with us in that way. But I've had contact from the coaching staff. Quite a few of my Leeds teammates as well. So yeah, nice messages.
Group F was a bit bonkers last night. So first of all, did you watch Group F before Ed Sheeran had chilled you all out?
It was during, so it was about 7:30. We was eating food and the games were going on during. So obviously Ed was playing music, and then we was watching parts of the game, and then. So yeah, it was a good night.
That must have been a surreal experience. You've got Ed Sheeran in one ear, you've got goals going in on 2 screens.
Yeah, it was a weird one, to be fair. But like I said, the night was a good night. Obviously everyone was around each other, the coaching staff and the team, and it was just nice to be all together.
So what was your reaction then because it changed hands 3 times who you were going to be playing?
Yeah.
What did you make of getting Germany?
To be honest, when Ed was playing, I was kind of more just focused on him playing music. But when the goals were going in, obviously we thought we was going to play different teams. But once the final result came out, we we kind of had an idea before that anyway. But we knew that whatever game it was going to be a tough game. So it didn't really matter the result. No,
so you don't care that it's Germany. You must know. I know you were only 6 months old during Euro '96, but I'm assuming that you've seen everything that happened then. How much about the England-Germany fixture do you know?
I can just remember certain things. I can remember was it the goal that Frank Lampard scored? Yeah, I can remember that goal, and I can remember Biant really had a good record against Germany, so it'd be nice to obviously play them. They've got world-class players, and Robin Koch as well. He's at Germany as well, so it'd be nice to see him.
Yeah, have you spoken to him about that?
I hadn't spoke to him recently. I spoke to him the other day asking how he was, and he didn't. To be honest, I totally forgot that we could be playing Germany anyway, so I didn't really mention anything about playing him. So it was just more of how's he doing, how's he getting on, and stuff like that.
So you would have been 14 when that ghost goal that Frank Lampard, he did score it, even if it wasn't given. It was definitely a goal. Yeah. What were you doing then?
I don't know. I'll probably just maybe round up my grands, watching the football with my brothers, with my brother and sister.
Brilliant. 14 years old. The 5-1, you must have watched that because that is a game that goes down in England-Germany history.
Yeah. Obviously, it was a great result. It was. I don't really know much about it, but I can just remember the result, and I can remember the atmosphere after that. So.
Yeah, the rest of us were in a pub. You're making me feel very old. Do you feel the kind of same rivalry then in that case? If you don't remember, it's one of those things, isn't it? When you've got a rivalry between two teams, if you've kind of lived it in either playing in the game or watching it in a pub with your mates or at home with your family, it's a whole different rivalry that you build up in your head as a fan. What's it like for you as a player?
It's just like any other game for me anyway. Obviously I know the rivalry between England and Germany, and I know that, you know, we've not had a great record when we played against them, but to me it's just another game. It's another game to, you know, to go out and try and win and obviously progress in the tournament. And, you know, Germany are a very good team. We know that. We know they've got world-class players, and, you know, we also have world-class players in our team as well. So it's going to be a good game, and, you know, everyone's looking forward to it.
How much of an advantage can that be, not to kind of feel the pressure of that occasion?
Yeah, obviously it's an advantage, but I think, you know, if you don't get nerves or if you don't get a little bit of pressure in these type of games, then you're not human. So, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm not nervous or, you know, don't feel any pressure, but, you know, I think, you know, my pressure normally just comes before the game, maybe when I'm at the stadium and, you know, just getting warmed up and stuff like that.
Yeah, Sol Campbell said the other day in commentary that actually you need to make pressure your friend. And I remember after the opening game against Croatia, such a performance from you, man of the match performance. And you said actually you were quite nervous walking onto the pitch for the first time. So do you feel like pressure is your friend?
Yeah, I feel like it. I feel like, you know, when obviously I was going into the big game against Croatia. I didn't really feel it until I was there and I was living it, and, you know, I could hear the crowd, and, you know, you could see obviously they put opposite players who you're playing against. So it literally just lasts for about 2 minutes for me when I'm stood, you know, singing the national anthem, and then after that, as soon as I get a kick of the ball, I'm alright.